I've been getting tested a lot. Like a lot. I've had a lot of tests just so I can do things and go places and stuff. And, always come out negative. I've been very blessed. I'm very grateful for that. But I have been tested so much that I'm not gonna lie, my nose is starting to feel a little loose, all right? Baby boy is not tight anymore, okay? If you ask my nose, just from my nose's perspective, been on the streets doing what it had to do, all right? Doing what it had to do to get by, okay? It's a hard knock life for this nose. It's getting to the point where my nose is so open, I don't just smell things, I feel like I smell when they happened. Like, I no lie, I'm starting to feel like I can smell the future. Just like the worst superhero, just walking in like, oh, we need to get out of here. This is terrible. I had one test, this is insane. I had one test where they stuck it so far up my nose, I fainted, right? So I just passed out. And I don't know what it was, like, it was almost like she stuck it up so far that she hit the off switch on my brain. Because then I wake up, test is still hanging out of my nose, right? I wake up like maybe 10 seconds later, and she's gone, and then she walks back in, and I'm like, you left me? And she was like, I had to go get a doctor, because I thought I killed you. This has never happened before. That's why I've given up on being an alpha, Because I faint too much for a black guy. I really do. I faint a lot, and no one faints well. You know what I mean? Like, no guy has ever been standing there crossed-armed and then, like, tipped over. Like, I melt, you know what I mean? And I hit my head hard. Like, when I faint, I hit my head so hard that people look at me different when I wake up. Because I even had an instance where I saw my friend who was running and he tripped and he fell and he messed up his arm really bad. Like, it wasn't just bloody, it was like an anatomy lesson. Like, I could see through his arm. So I appropriately fainted where I stood, all right? But instead of just like tipping over, I guess my legs are too far apart, so then my knees buckled, but then they opened again under the weight of my hips. So then I just sort of twerked myself down until I rested on the ground. So yeah, I faint. My friends had a baby a couple months ago, and the baby's very cute, right? Adorable baby, it really is. Also, this baby has the deepest voice I've ever heard on a baby, and it is freaking me out, all right? I tickled him on his little, little chubby cheek that you tickle on a baby, and so I tickled him, and this baby, no lie, looked right at me, it was like, It's the only baby I've ever stopped playing peekaboo with, you know what I mean? Like, because I was like, peekaboo, I see you. You know what? I don't want to play anymore. I need to keep my eye on you. I don't trust you like that. I don't like that. The baby's also, like, long. Like, it's a long-grown baby. It's freaky. It's like, no, like, it came out fully cooked. Like, this is not a baby. This is like a geriatric toddler. Like, no baby should have a leg swinging out the crib. You know what I mean? Like, that's a big baby.
Most recent time I got broken up with in a text message, I had terrible food poisoning, all right? So I was at home on the toilet dealing with my food poisoning, okay? So I'm sitting there on the toilet and my ankle buzzed. My ankle buzzed, sir, because that's where my phone is, went in my pocket, and my pants are down, all right? So my ankle was shaking, so I had to answer my ankle. I don't want you to be confused going forward, okay? And so I went in my ankle, I answered it, flipped open my phone, because that liberal arts degree turned out real well. So I flipped open my phone, read the text message, and it said, I don't love you. I don't think I ever loved you. I don't think I could ever love you. It's over. Now I feel like I've lost everything. Because not only do I have terrible diarrhea, but a complete stranger just broke up me. This is a wrong number. I don't know who this is. But then I text her back like, babe, we can make this work. All right,
that's terrifying. I grew up on internet that Even to this day, I don't understand it. When I got the internet, it was on CD. To this day, I don't know how that worked. What is on the CD? What is that? Because I thought you had to have, you would just get, okay, this is gonna be very annoying to explain, but some of you are young and this is gonna sound fake, but you used to get internet. Okay, you would get an offer in the mail. They would mail you internet. You would open the mail and it would be internet in the mail, but it'd be a CD. A CD. A compact disc would have the internet on it. And then you would take it home, you'd be like, oh, the internet. Or you'd already be at home because it came in the mail. You'd be like, oh, the internet. And then you would put it in the computer. And for whatever reason, you got like 30 hours of internet, which was a lot back then. I know y'all use it up in a day today, but 30 hours used to be a lot of internet. And you would surf the web. It was called surfing. We had a name for the World Wide Web. That's where the WWW comes from.
Do you remember from 2017 to 2019 when celebrities would get on Twitter and say some racist shit, and then when they got in trouble, they'll be like, I took an Ambien. Do you remember that? What a fire-ass time on the internet. That was incredible. Because, by the way, just so you know, I don't know, that's not one of the side effects. Like, it's just, it's almost like all the racist people got together and were like, we gonna say it's Ambien, right? Like, I'm gonna say it's Ambien, I just wanna make sure we're all gonna do it. All right, N-word on break. Like, that's wild. But it got me to thinking, like, what if they do a study years from now and it turns out Ambien does make you a little racist? Like, what if medicine can do weird shit to people we don't know? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. That's what happened with Quaaludes. A lot of y'all, you know, we were younger than the Quaalude era, but like Quaaludes basically were prescribed to people and it was like a sleeping pill, but they figured out that if you stay awake for it, it would like mess you up. You get super high if you just stayed awake through the Quaalude. Maybe that's how Ambien works. Maybe Ambien put most people to sleep and they racist in their sleep, but we don't know because they snoring. And then if you could just tweet through it, all the opinions come out. You know, what if we owe Roseanne an apology? She just fought through. Because that's the thing, you see those anesthesia videos, you know, and these people come out of anesthesia, they all goofy, and then their friends and family post it. What if we just posting the wholesome ones? What if some people wake up from anesthesia just like, don't trust them? All right.
They have this thing that happens in New York a lot. I don't know if it happens in LA as much, but people will get a rescue dog, and this has always bothered me. They will get a rescue dog, and they'll tell everyone the rescue dog's story in front of the dog. It's right there. You tell its whole embarrassing life story. It's right here. It can hear you. You know what I mean? They do it all the time. Like, oh, this is Fifi. She's a rescue. A funny story. Found her under a bridge, raggedy. You know what I mean? Like dusty, struggling. You know what I mean? Only 3 hairs on her little head. You know. I tried to feed her. She even know how to eat. I was trying to feed her. She was like, she had no idea how to eat. And so I had to grab her little mouth. I had to chew the food. I had to put the food in her mouth. I had to make her little head chew. I'm a hero. I'm a hero is what I'm saying. I'm a hero. You know? I wonder if dogs do that to us. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if dogs go to the park and see other dogs, and they're like, oh, yeah, look, that's Bill. He's a rescue. Michaela left him and he lost his job in the same week, so he really hadn't been doing anything, all right? I can't even watch my shows because he's at home all the time. It's absolute. Sometimes I will poop on the floor just to give him something to do that day. You know? And he'll try to act mad, but deep down he's like, thank you for giving me purpose. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. He's a rescue. I'm just trying to do my part, you know?
I'm traveling a lot now that comedy is back and everything. I've been flying a lot again, and wow. Like, I don't know if anybody else read this story, but apparently they've been having a bunch of like ghost flights to let pilots practice that were furloughed during the pandemic. What? Right? It's like that. It's like no one but the pilot. It's just a pilot in the plane by himself flying. No, like that's. How is this okay? Like you would think once you know how to fly, you know how to fly. The idea that there's a pilot that's like, I remember I take off, I'm a little rusty on landing, so y'all gonna have to bear with me. Okay, no! It's also, I was on a flight to Phoenix, right? And on the flight to Phoenix, this is insane. I get on and look, I don't know about anybody else, but when I board a flight, all I care, the only thing I care about in the entire world is making sure that the letter and number on my boarding pass match the seat that I sit in. That's all I want, you know? That's because you don't want to be that guy where it's like you're supposed to be an A24, you're an F24, now you got to get up and then get around, and now you're at the back of the plane too, so everybody knows it's your fault. Like now we can't go to Cancun because you can't read, you know? So you gotta step over people like, I'm so sorry everyone, I'm so stupid, I'm the dumbest one on the plane, can you forgive me? Like that whole, I don't wanna have that happen, so I just wanna make sure that the thing in my hand matches the seat that I sit in, right? So I'm focused, I'm walking on the plane, dialed in, right? And you never look behind you when you're boarding a flight, but when I got on this flight, I heard a noise behind me that was so weird that I had to look. And so as I'm walking, I turned around, and what I saw and heard in the cockpit was the captain crying. I don't want to go. Like, nah. You can't just put me in the air with him. Who hurt him? All right, are they here? Are they boarding? Can we reconcile them like the end of a rom-com or something? Because I'm not getting in the air. The last thing you want is to be 10,000 feet in the air, and the guy driving is like, what's the point? Like, that's unacceptable.
So I'm gonna start off by saying I get broken up with a lot, all right? Usually by text message. And just so you know, if you do that, you're bogus, all right? Most recent time I got broken up with in a text message, I had terrible food poisoning, all right? So I was at home on the toilet dealing with my food poisoning, okay? So I'm sitting there on the toilet and my ankle buzzed. My ankle buzzed, sir, because that's where my phone is when it's in my pocket and my pants are down, all right? So my ankle was shaking, so I had to answer my ankle. I don't want you to be confused going forward, okay? And so I went in my ankle, I answered it, flipped over my phone, because that liberal arts degree turned out real well. So I flipped over my phone, read the text message, and it said, I don't love you. I don't think I ever loved you. I don't think I could ever love you. It's over. Now I feel like I've lost everything. Because not only do I have terrible diarrhea, but a complete stranger just broke up me. This is a wrong number. I don't know who this is. But then I text her back like, babe, we can make this work. All right, let's. I want to ask you guys a question. You ever go see a horror movie that's like about a creepy kid? Like the kid is haunted, like little kid is possessed, little kid like that kid, like. Is it just me, or is that kid never black? Never. But here's the thing, I think I know why. Because a black mom would beat that out immediately. Like, if that were me in my house being like, red rum, Red rum. Red rum. My mom be like, where was that bass during choir practice? You want to get up in front of people and act shame and just sing like that there. Like, I don't even think a black mom would be scared. Like, she come home, everything's floating all poltergeist style, and she's like, okay. Okay, so you can make everything float, but you can't clean that room? You can't clean that room. No, I'm gonna be in there in 5 minutes. We'll see who haunted, okay? Guys, somebody else shout out. Thanks so much. You guys